This is the letter dated May 22nd, 2012 to Major James Graddon.
And you want me to date stamp these?
You can if you want. I'm going to pass mine through to you. Okay, this is a email from Tracy Fitzgerald at Valleycom, and to the King County sheriffs in downtown Seattle. I'm sorry, this is mine, but you can stamp it for me, please. Thanks. And then this is yours. And then this is an affidavit of Michael Reed, dated March 8th, 2012. Just date stamp that, please. Thank you. And then this is yours. And then this is a letter to Governor Christine Gregoire, dated May 14. Date stamp that, please. And then this would be your copy of that. And this is a letter dated March 9 from Dr. Telmos, Alan J. Telmos, identifying the errors that were made. And please date stamp that. Thank you. And then this is your copy.
Good afternoon, CCAT Police.
Okay, and then this is a fax letter from Dr. Telmos dated March 14 of 2011, describing that he has reviewed all the materials and his opinion remains the same, that the PEG tube was placed through the colon at the time of placement, June 12, 2007, at University of Washington Medical Center. Please date stamp that. And this would be your copy. Thank you. This is an affidavit of Michael Reed, dated April 7, 2011. Please date stamp. Thank you. And this would be your copy. This is a letter from Bellevue Police Department dated November 9, 2011. Please date stamp that. Thank you. And this is your copy. This is a letter from Forensic Document Examiner James A. Green, dated May 1st, 2012, regarding the POLST forms, physician order for life-sustaining treatment, that are going to need to be reviewed and examined for fraudulent submittals. Please date stamp. And this would be your copy. That's the same. This is a forensic multimedia evaluation report from Thomas Sandor, examining the two images comparisons from Dr. Kim and one from Dr. Teresa Brentnell. Please date stamp that. And this is your copy of the same. This is a fraudulent consent form from Providence Marionwood of chemical restraints that were submitted fraudulently and then given back to me personally on, that's November 22nd, 2007. Please date stamp. And this is your copy. And this is another affidavit of Roderick McPhee, or actually no, this is the first Roderick McPhee affidavit, dated February 10 of 2012. Please date stamp. Thank you. And then this was your copy. This is a email to Miss Galloway from the University of Washington Police Department, sent May 22nd, 2012, and also copied to Johanna Loomis of King County Sheriff's Department. Please date stamp. And here's your copy. Here's a letter from Attorney General's office dated March 2nd, 2012, describing that we need a court order in order to get the Department of Social Health Services records investigating the behavior, the fraudulent behavior that was conducted by Aunt Sarah Family Home and the Visiting Nurse Service Group. Please date stamp. And this is your copy. This is another affidavit of Roderick McPhee, dated October 7, 2011. Date stamp. And your copy. This is physician's notes describing a schism, dated May 29 of 2007. This was also given to the Attorney General's office on January 3rd of 2012. Please date stamp. And your copy. This is a letter from the Department of Social Health Services dated December 13, 2011, identifying Assistant Attorney General Jennifer Boharski as the point of contact in order to get the Department of Social Health Services investigation records. I did contact her January 3rd. She spoke to me, to the front desk, relayed the message to me from the front desk saying that she was not the one to handle this, which is contrary to this particular letter, which says that I need to seek a court order from Jennifer Boharski. Please date stamp. And your copy. Letter from Kearns Investigations dated October 10 of 2009, meeting with the whistleblower nurse describing why we were not able to get our records on behalf of Maurice Costello, signed by Georgia Kearns. Please date stamp. Your copy. This is a visiting nurse service nurse Elizabeth Glenn on November 29 of 2007, fraudulently submitting false information in order to avoid relinquishing the medical records on behalf of Maurice Costello. The facility was issued. Aunt Sarah Family Home was also being visited by Elizabeth Glenn while Maurice was there, and there was a conflict of interest, and ultimately Aunt Sarah Family Home was issued a citation for failure to relinquish records on request, they finally relinquished them 6 months after their citation was issued, and the medical records showed lacking were the medications needed to overcome the infections. Medications metronidazole and clotrimazole, and there were no testing. There was no indication of any testing for the C. difficile infection. Please date stamp. And your copy. This is the investigation from and relating to and Sarah Family Home conducted by the Department of Social Health Services. Marcy Kelly, the field manager, describing that they had issued a citation to the facility for failure to relinquish the records on request, and improper discharge of Maurice Costello by leaving him at the emergency at Overlake Hospital without informing any of his family or durable power of attorney. Please date stamp. And your copy. And the final document is the appellant's motion for reconsideration on ruling for supplemental brief. Copy is provided to King County Sheriff's Office and on this day. This is also submitted to the Office of the Governor, Christine Gregoire. Narda Pierce was the legal counsel receiving it on May 4th of 2012. Please date stamp that, and this would be your copy. Thank you very much. What was your name? County Sheriff on June 7th, 2012 is a motion and declaration dated February 18th, 2011 by Judge Leroy McCullough. Motion declaration order of voluntary dismissal without prejudice, and the order is accompanied with that. Signed by Commissioner Watness. And then we have multimedia forensic video evaluation of digital images, actually, by Thomas Sandor, dated 4/9 of 2012. These have already been submitted to King County Sheriff. And then we have Exhibit M, which is Forensic Document Examiner from James A. Green, dated May 1, 2012, which has also been submitted. We have a certificate of patient transfer, Exhibit L, Exhibit L, signed June 13th, 2007. And we have Exhibit K, which is a physician order for life-sustaining treatment by Paul Sutton, dated June 7th, which is fraudulent. And we have Exhibit J, physician notes, June 12th, 2007, fraudulently submitted by physicians Hegman, Brentnell, Schlanker. Exhibit I, physician notes, from Valley Medical Center indicating full code. This was dated 11/19/2007. Exhibit H, physician notes from Valley Medical Center indicating full code, dated 11/17/2007. Exhibit G, physician notes from Valley Medical Center indicating full code, 11/14/2007. Exhibit F, dated 10/18/07, physician order for life-sustaining treatment, indicating full code from Dr. Nurkar, which is sent to Valley Medical Center, but actually from Providence, Marionwood. Exhibit E, physician's notes from Overlake Hospital indicating full code, dated October 17th, 2007. Notes from American Medical Response Ambulance, dated 10/15/07. Exhibit D, indicating again full code. Exhibit C, again from American Medical Response, indicating full code, dated 9/18/07. Exhibit B, notes from Overlake Hospital, indicating full code, August 16th, 2007. Exhibit A, from Valley Medical Center, indicating full code. Last entry on this was 5/19/2007 by Tanya Henninger, physician Tanya Henninger. And notes from Robert Douglas, MD. Dated May 25th and 26th, 2007. Okay, we have the appellant's amended reply to opposition by a respondent. Dated June 7th, 2012. And we have a letter from Alan J. Telmos and Surgical Expert Witness Services of Michigan, dated May 31st, 2012, describing that the PEG tube was placed through the colon at the time of placement on June 12th of 2007 by University of Washington Medical Center. He also describes having reviewed the 350 pages of medical records provided by University of Washington Medical Center and all copies of the records by Klein Gallen. Nowhere within those records exists any valid physician order for life-sustaining treatment consisting of the patient or durable power of attorney signature with the physician's signature. And we have declaration and proof of service by to Governor Christine Gregoire by all legal service. That was dated on June. Actually, he gave service on June 1st of 2012. Or May 31st of 2012 he gave service, and then this is the declaration of service, signed June 1st. Which includes the November 9th, 2011 letter from City of Bellevue Police Department describing the request for records from Department of Social and Health Services, that there was a 6-page fax from DSHS dated December 14th, 2007, that they had actually refused to release according to RCW 42.56.240, Section 1. But did reference Wanda Akers as the APS supervisor, but they did not indicate who sent the fax to them. Again, you have received a copy of that earlier. Declaration of service, June 4th, to Assistant Attorney General Howard Mark Goodfriend by Seattle Legal Messengers. And declaration of service dated June 4th, 2012 to Washington State Attorney General's office.
0 hits.
Good.
All right, so make it happen.
Okay, sounds good. So
See you on the
I'll
12th?
send you an
By
email. We'll make it
Seattle
happen.
Legal
We'll take
Messenger
care of it
Service.
then.
No, they can wait it. We got it.
Awesome. Sounds
All right,
good.
thanks for your
Ed.
waiting,
You
yeah?
betcha. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Ignore all my messages on your desk.
I swear, I think now you know I'm not lying when how come he's not returning calls? I don't know how they expect him to do it.
And then we have the appellant's motion to release DSHS records for crime investigation and continuance of appeal and modify. And this was dated May 31st, 2012. And the order for release of Department of Social and Health Services Adult Protective Service records. And that was sent also to the King County Superior Court dated today, June 7th, 2012. What these are, my name is Regis Costello. This is Attorney Mark Smith, and I've exchanged numerous pieces of documents and information regarding an investigation. We have found some criminal activity. We wanted investigated thoroughly, so this is a follow-up to our August 25th visit. We came here, Mark Smith is and my copies. You can maintain your copy for yourself. Here's yours. I'll just slide it on through. You can have that whole batch. 5th. So today's date of September 7, 2012.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to verify what we need to do to file the criminal complaint, a formal complaint.
Is there a form or something?
Is there a form we have to fill out, or will we be contacted by Sergeant Bowen? because I understand that he was going to follow
About-
through the activities that and the conduct pertaining to the death of my father. And if you go through the evidence here in this packet that I've just given you and that I gave on May 22nd and August 25th of 2012, there are some new exhibits in here in this most recent filing of September 7th today that would warrant a full investigation of criminal activity. Today, September 7th, 2012, visit with Mark Smith, Attorney Mark Smith, Regis Costello, to King County Sheriff, attention Major James Graddon. Discovery, item number 1, May 22nd, 2012 letter to King County Sheriff. This has been delivered 3 times. The first one May 22nd, 2012, then again on August 25th, 2012, and then today, September 7th, 2012, requesting assistance of James Graddon. This is the letter from James Graddon, dated March 21st, 2012. This is November 9, 2011 letter from the City of Bellevue Police Department describing a 6-page fax that was sent from DSHS during the investigation to have medical records released pertaining to Maurice Costello. That investigation has not yet been released. We are requesting it. Post form from Providence Marionwood that was delivered to Valley Medical Center, signed 10/18/07 by Dr. Nurkar, indicating full code. This particular post form was signed by Melissa Hagman allegedly on June 13th, 2007, fraudulently, given that the feeding tube was not properly placed. They released him knowing that he was starving to death from University of Washington Medical Center. Another post form signed July 17th, 2007 by Daniel Raskind, fraudulently releasing from Klein Gallon knowing that Maurice was not being properly fed. This particular post form indicating full code. This is a better view. This was actually given by Aunt Sarah Family Home in August of 2008 after they were given citations for not relinquishing the records upon request. But as you can see, what is missing, as described by Attorney Mark Smith yesterday, for the first time I've just recognized that the boxes are not checked, indicating the feeding or artificially administered nutrition. Box D is left vacant without any markings. This is also indicating full code. But this is fraudulent because Klein Gallon released Maurice Costello with a feeding tube in his colon, knowing he was not being properly fed. This is James A. Green, forensic document examiner, requesting that the original post forms from Melissa Hegman and Daniel Raskind be examined for fraud. He also indicates the restraint form that was signed by Providence Marionwood, that was also fraudulently submitted, that needs to be examined. And this is signed by James A. Green on May 1st, 2012. This is the fraudulent form from Providence Marionwood indicating Ativan was presented to Regis Costello 10/22/07. It was blank. Regis wrote this notation, call son Regis durable power of attorney prior to use, but then asked that this be returned to him right away because it was fraudulently presented to him. It was intended to be bed rail release, securing Maurice at night so that he doesn't roll out of bed. The nurse pulled this from my hand as I was requesting it back. Being that I had signed it, she had rolled this over with about 8 other pages that were all blank. And when I examined this more closely to see that it was for chemical use rather than bed rails, it drew red flags, and I requested that it be given back to me immediately, that I did not agree with the signing of chemical restraints. Like I said, Nurse Ellen at Providence Marionwood tried to pull it back out of my hands in a tug-of-war fashion. This was explained to Carla Heath at Providence Marionwood, one of the administrators there. Also, November 3rd, 2011, letter from Curran Law Firm regarding the boundary line dispute with Mr. Costello's neighbor, my neighbor, Sanny Sangwan. He actually did not like the results of a survey over a boundary line dispute. I employed Hanson surveyors to accurately describe where the boundary lines were. He didn't like it. He tried to have a anti-harassment order issued against me. It was dismissed on November 22nd, 2010. It should have been recorded on the court docket for King County Superior Court. It never was. It didn't show until May 31st of 2010, or 2011 actually, May 31st, 2011. It was dismissed November 22nd, 2010. This is an email from Regis Costello to the Attorney General's office and also the Governor's legal counsel, Narda Pierce, and King County Sheriff Johanna Loomis, the administrator there for the King County Sheriff's Department. This was dated June 15th, 2012. And this was a request for further clarity as to why the Assistant Attorney Generals coordinated on February 4th, 2011 to deliver legal documents to my residence all at once within an hour period in a gang effort. And they used a variety of process servers. ABC Legal Processing was one of them. Maria Arcares was the manager. I questioned her in the company with Roderick McPhee, and she said that there was a memo sent that indicated it was a dangerous delivery, and therefore she coordinated with an escort, a police escort, to deliver service. She was outside my residence for about 20 minutes waiting. That was witnessed. We have yet to find out why they coordinated in that fashion to deliver legal documents. It is assumed that they used the boundary line dispute and that attempt by my neighbor, Sandy Sangwan, to have an anti-harassment order issued. They used that as reason to justify it being a dangerous delivery of legal documents. That needs to be clarified. We have yet to have any answer to this email. The original email was sent out February 4th, 2011 at 4:14 p.m. by the Attorney General's office, indicating that delivery was made via ABC Legal Messengers